Hello, I'm Daniel Alpine. Now, welcome to another review. Now, here's a little bit of film history for you. In 1995, Disney released a groundbreaking film in the history of cinema, and that's saying a lot. A small company known as Pixar released the first computer animated film ever, Toy Story. It was a huge hit, both critically and financially, and it's now considered to be not only one of the best animated films, but one of the best films in film history. Pixar soon established itself as possibly the best animation company ever. Soon after the success of A Bug's Life, they decided to make a sequel to Toy Story called Toy Story 2, and it was another huge hit, and it is a sequel that defines a sequel that lives up to its predecessor. So yeah, after the Toy Story films were released, Pixar soon moved on with other projects. But in 2007, when I heard they were making a third movie, I was so excited. I mean, wow. A third movie after, like, 15 years since the first movie and about over 10 since the last one. Like, I couldn't stand the wait. Like, I first heard about it in 2007, and I heard it was going to be released in 2010. Man, I just couldn't wait. I actually had dreams about going to see it in the theater, like, with little kids with their Toy Story toys with Buzz and Woody. But then I soon woke up. That was bullshit. So anyway, I was so excited. When I heard the story, I felt it was really creative now. Then, the teaser trailer came up and it was so funny. But again, like most Pixar traditions, their teaser trailers never show anything about what the movie's going to be about. But when I saw the other two trailers, I thought this was going to be a great flick. So yeah, I was so excited for summer to come. Now, the story was really creative, and I was glad they were taking a new approach with it, that they're not going to keep Andy as a little kid anymore, that it's time that they finally made him grow up. Now, on June of 2010, I saw it with my little sister in IMAX 3D at the AMC Theater in Bergenfield, and oh my god, this was the best film of the entire year. Do I need to say more? It was so fantastic. Everything about it was great. The story, the characters, of course they're the same characters from the first two films, but they still are just as great, along with some great new characters. And it had great drama and good comedy. I mean, wow, I was so impressed. This is possibly now one of the best sequels ever, along with Aliens, Terminator 2, and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. This is up there. Now I was a little, skeptical about two things. Like, one, that John Lasseter was not going to direct it because he directed the first two, and I usually think that, if the old director doesn't come back for the sequel, it might not just be as good as the first one, or might be bad. But with this, he actually did a great job. And, I was a little worried because two of the cast members died. The guy who played Wheezy, Joe Ranft, died. And the guy who played Wheezy, the same guy who played Ernest, died. Well, it was a good choice that, to get rid of Wheezy and only mention him. And the guy who replaced the voice for Wheezy did a great job imitating him. It was almost like he was back from the grave. So yeah, I don't need to say more, but Toy Story 3, fantastic. Now, but I might as well give a little warning. It is a little intense for younger kids because, not to give anything away, but the final act is a little dramatic, but it still was fantastic. So yeah, Toy Story 3, great flick, best film of the year, 5 stars out of 5, 10 out of 10. I don't need to say more. So check it out, you won't be sorry.